President Biden spending the week in France for the 80th anniversary of D-Day and seemingly echoing Reagan's iconic Boys of Pointe du Hoc speech he gave 40 years after Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy.
So let's go off the wall to compare their speeches as well as their legacies on the foreign stage. So there are, just on the surface, Will, some decent similarities. You got 40 years ago, you had Ronald Reagan. He was running for re-election, and it happened to be on the 40th anniversary, and there he was at Normandy.
Yeah, as you mentioned, both running for re-election. They both emphasized heroism, patriotism, and opposed isolationism. At that time, of course, Reagan was talking about taking on the evil empire, the Soviet Union. For Joe Biden, that's taken the form of Russia and the war in Ukraine.
And Joe Biden, otherwise, would never lean into the comparison with Ronald Reagan. They're very different politicians with very different points of view. I mean, Joe Biden was no fan of Ronald Reagan for the longest time. But you know what he's a fan of? The level of popularity that Reagan had from that speech, that backdrop, that iconic backdrop that you study. When you study presidential rhetoric, and I did in college a little bit, this is one of the speeches you hone in on from Ronald Reagan. It was one of his very best.
Yeah, so Pointe du Hoc is the cliffs above Normandy. It's a place that 225 Army Rangers stormed 98-foot cliffs with ladders.
It's unbelievable. It almost feels impossible.
Into German concrete bunkers, pillboxes, as you've seen. And this is what Ronald Reagan had to say.
We've learned that isolationism never was and never will be an acceptable response to tyrannical governments with an expansionist intent. But we try always to be prepared for peace, prepared to deter aggression, prepared to negotiate the reduction of arms.
We're told that Walter Mondale, his opponent, his aides, watched that speech live. They were both impressed and depressed by how well it was delivered. And, you know, this was an era when if a speech is covered on the networks, most of the country's eyes are trained on that speech, and it was a big moment for Reagan.
And then this was Joe Biden this week from the same location.
Isolationism was not the answer 80 years ago and is not the answer today. The struggle between a dictatorship and freedom is unending. Here in Europe, we see one stark example.
The rhetoric is the same. This clip is actually as he's standing at Omaha Beach with the stands behind him. He also did stand literally on the same exact location.
The exact same spot. Biden spoke for 9 minutes. Reagan's original speech was 12. They did hit a lot of similar tones. But if Biden's camp was hoping they were going to have a moment where the Trump team was watching and they said, oh, man, that's impressive, that moment was not delivered. He did just fine. It was no Ronald Reagan.
Well, there's also some major differences. Despite the attempt to draw similarities, there's obviously some major differences in the way they've handled foreign policy. Ronald Reagan, famous for 1981 American hostages just after he's inaugurated as president, being released from Iran. And
it is largely seen as because of his position of strength. The Iranians said, we don't want any part of that. We're going to end the 444 days. And that put in motion a series of achievements during the Reagan administration, which people mocked him for in real time. Hey, we're going to tear down the wall. We're going to end the Cold War. We're going to peace through strength meant massive military expansion. He grew the United States military. We're still depending on it right now, Will.
That's right. Those were Reagan's foreign policy achievements during that time. This is what he said, by the way, at the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin, Germany in 1987.
Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
I mean, the Reagan doctrine was something you could clearly understand. We're going to outbuild the Soviet Union so they cannot compete with us, to include our military. He talked about, remember Star Wars? It was sort of a fantastical vision of our ability to shoot down missiles. The Soviets didn't know if it was real or not, and it wasn't really real. But the perception they had was that we had new capabilities they didn't, and they couldn't compete. He was focused on the biggest threat to the world, and he achieved that.
Yeah. the Soviet economy couldn't keep up with that kind of perceived growth and real growth. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's foreign policy, we've laid out Ronald Reagan's foreign policy, has been marked by the following incidences. Abbey-gate bombing, killing 13 U.S. service members when we pulled out of Afghanistan.
So, debacle. And then we've got wars that started, remember, it started under Obama, these minor incursions. Then he went full on, Vladimir Putin, and said, the Biden administration's in town, why don't we try to take Ukraine?
Of course, you remember the Chinese spy balloon shot down after roaming all the way across the United States.
And allies forced to defend their very existence. Wars have started. They've ended terribly. And you couldn't tell me, you'd be lying to me if you told me you thought you knew what the Biden doctrine was. What is it? We can't recruit into our ranks of the military. We've looked foolish on the world stage. Foreign leaders, you know, they didn't like what Trump talking about NATO, but at least NATO was funding itself.
Pitch was a return to stability and normalcy. Here's your stability and normalcy.
That's a great point. Yep.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.